Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Frostrain. I've been playing a bit more off camera since our last episode, where I failed 18 seconds out. You can see I've unlocked another conductor, Miss Jo. I'm actually going to play as her. She's a little tricky. It's nice because she gets 4 cards to pick from, but the happiness reduction per tick is higher. But I think I've developed a strategy to win the game. And I'm gonna walk you guys through it. If you follow this method, you should be able to win the game. If you're having trouble, you're like, I just can't reach the promised land, this doesn't make sense to me, follow what I'm showing you here, and it should work. Now let's plot out our course here. Oh, it's not my preferred route. We're going up and then around. I prefer this way and then around, but you know, it is what it is. So we'll go around this way. And you can see I've actually unlocked 10 times speed, so I don't even click on the little happiness bubbles at the bottom anymore. Alright, so I was gonna lead off with always pick blue cards. If there are no blue cards available, always pick white cards. But we got neither of them, so, you know, we'll just have to deal with that. Alright, we got a bunch of white cards now. But the key to this strategy is the blue cards for sure. You want to max out your blue cards as fast as you can. We haven't gotten any blue cards. The game hates me. No, it's fine. Basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna max out the blue cards as quick as we can. There we go. So printing house is the first one. We'll just hold on to it now because we can't really enact this strategy until we have 2 blue cards anyway. Give me a blue card. Yes, all right, so we've got 2 blue cards. So let's go ahead and replace you and then replace this blue guy. And so the key to this is this whole academy boost thing, which means the academy can be enhanced up to 5 stars. And what that means is each of these cars maxes out at level 5. They don't go above level 5. Once you've hit level 5 with a certain car, it will no longer level up. The good news is, if you get all of the academy cards to level 5, the academy boost here starts spitting out something called the Ivory Tower, which generates like crazy amounts of happiness at the end of the game. So the whole key to this strategy is that buff. So what we're trying to do here is max out the speed at which we generate blue cards. And the key to that is, first of all, getting your diversified set of blue cards out there as much as you can. Because, you know, 1 card every 4 cycles is great. 1 card every cycle is 4 times as good. The other thing that you can do, which is where the white cards come in, is the white cards reduce the cycle time. So if we only have 2 cards out here, we want to reduce the cycle time by 2 seconds because that knocks 8 seconds off of generating a blue card. And we're still waiting on the ability to fit another white car in here anyway. The other thing that you can, I mean, what this whole strategy is really dependent on is getting the engine room as quick as possible. It's kind of a crapshoot when it becomes available. But for now, you know, this strategy generates enough happiness that if you do it, it should work no matter what. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of ride this out. Got another printing house. Got another press. I actually like the department of the press. Honestly, the departments I tend to go for because there's a couple different ones for the white cars, I go for the Department of Press. So we're actually gonna swap you out with the Department of Entertainment, and I'm gonna hold on to this. I shouldn't have. I almost threw it out, which would have been a mistake. Just a muscle reflex. But the media tends to work well with this strategy. The other one that I tend to really like is the Department of Security here. Because that works with some other cards that work pretty well. But I'm gonna continue focusing on the blue cards. The faster you can get these blue cards cycled out, the better. Because it'll just enable us to get the engine room quicker if we don't get one luckily through a drone drop. You can get lucky with a gold card early, but it, you know, it is what it is. The other card The other engine that I really like for the white cards is the engine room. We haven't seen that pop up yet, but that is another one that I tend to prefer as far as which 3 cars I have in my train. The thing is, if you wanted to get, like, you're like, well, what about if you get the 6 Central Supply Bureau cars? If you can get 6 white cars diversified fast enough, that would be awesome. I have yet to even, like, come close to that. So, you know, maybe it'll work, but I haven't seen it yet. If you could get that going along with the 4 Academy cards, that would be kind of wild. You could generate the Ivory Tower, like, insanely fast. But for now, we're gonna stick with these guys. Let's go ahead and get this white car out here. That will reduce our cycle time. The train design room, yes! All right, we're pivoting off of the white cars for now. Let's leave the newsroom. I think that's the best car we have out there. And we're going immediately, whoops, and we're gonna immediately have all 4 of the Academy cars out there. So now you're gonna see where this run can go crazy. We've gotten the 4 cars, and we haven't even reached the first major checkpoint of the game, which is the observatory. I guess you could argue that it's the snowfields back here, or this landmark back here, but, you know, it is what it is. But now we're gonna be generating these blue cards every single turn. And things are gonna get wild pretty fast here. So let's go ahead and grab the supply car. Another department of the press. And the reason I kind of like the media car for the white crew is you're gonna have this printing house for a long time. Later you could probably swap it out with the Ivory Tower. But it also generates a lot of happiness just on its own. And if we get another colored car for the media car, it just makes it that much better. So now it tends to, when we're getting these blue cards cycling in, I should say, it tends to give you the low level one first. I don't know if that's just like a higher chance or if it's just kind of like how the game functions on a programming level or whatever. I should have put you on this car like ages ago, I'm sure. But it tends to give you the low level ones first. Now, we don't have any blue or white cards here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the wheelhouse. The other thing that I like to keep in mind with this strategy is not upgrading the speed of the engine too fast, because it can kind of limit the amount of happiness you can generate by having a lot of really fast cycles by traveling too quickly. You can start generating your speed on the engine probably like midway through the ocean, and I'll kind of point it out when we get to that point. But for now, we've already maxed out our printing house, so now these blue cards that are coming in, we should never see a printing house card again this run. Stack up the cryptogram house. I'm not a big fan of these, so we'll just grab the wheelhouse since we're already holding on to that one. Train design is great. Level 2 train design is awesome. We're about to arrive already? And we'll go down into the ocean. You can make it work going into the city or the ocean. It works either way with this strategy. Not a big deal either way. But for now, we're gonna yeet out. We're gonna head south. Grab the train design room. That'll just kind of kickstart everything else that comes. And we'll throw out this engine car to start slowly building up our speed. I would have loved to see the white engine room show up, but I don't think I even saw that. So we're gonna wanna go south here and then down into the ocean. And the other thing you want to pay attention to is where is the snowfield at? It's pretty far behind us, so we can feel a little comfortable backtracking a little bit here. But you do want to keep an eye on that, because if it catches you, you're kind of boned. That's like the one way this strategy won't be able to save you, is if the snow apocalypse catches up to you. Ah, yes, the Department of Engine Control is what I wanted to see. So we'll be able to cycle that guy out. We'll hold on to him for now, just in case. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll toss you. And then we don't really have to hold on to 2 of these departments. We just need 1 extra in case we get another space. Then I like to try and keep things orderly. And now this is where the juggling of the cards comes into play, because we'll have to try and level up all of our cards in our hand while trying to keep enough space to be able to then eventually stack them onto the car. So we might have to yeet our wheelhouse. We might have to ditch this department of the press. Alright, what's coming in? The Department of Entertainment is not really what I wanted to see. The orphanage is pretty good, because like I said, we're kind of stacking these guys up. We could probably delay the engine upgrade, but I think at this point, I think it's pretty important to start generating additional speed for the end of the game. This is very good. The control room is really good, but I think we should go ahead and upgrade this because we just don't have anywhere to put that guy. Another engine design room is awesome. We have a level 3, level 3, level 3. If we get a library or a cryptography lab, I can never remember the name of that thing. That'll give us a level 4. Same thing with the library. And as soon as we get another space for our cars out here, we'll be able to drop down another the Department of Entertainment, and that'll lower our cycle time, and then we'll generate blue cards like insanely fast. So we'll just plot out the route there. You can follow this route exactly if you're like, I want to make sure I'm doing exactly what he's doing. You can go a different way, just to, like, kind of keep an eye on the storm. That's really the only thing you have to pay attention to with this this strategy. All right, so library, we've got enough space. And now we're at a level 4 for the library and the cryptography lab. We're probably gonna have to yeet the Department of the Press and the wheelhouse, one of the two. I think I'll hold on to the control room, and I'm just gonna preemptively yeet the green one, because if it comes down to being able to add a 3rd engine room here, I'd much rather have the control room than the wheelhouse, because it's a gold card instead of just a bronze. All right, I'll go ahead and speed up. More train design. Oh, we can actually get that to level 3. Level 4, indeed. And now is when I start to get picky. I'm like, I don't know what to do with any of these. And honestly, you should just pick the highest tier card. So pick platinum first if there's a platinum card available, gold, silver, and then bronze. Because the recycling should give you, I think it gives you more with a higher tier card than it does if you pick a lower tier card. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Maybe not, maybe I made that up, in which case, that doesn't matter. Another Department of Engine Control, does that matter? You're at level 2. Department of Security, we don't even have. So I guess we'll take that one. We might have to throw it away anyway. But we might be able to make it work. Go ahead and fast forward. Explore into the darkness. I think we'll take the engine control. I'm torn between those two, but I think I'd like to upgrade the engine room when we eventually pivot to trying to upgrade the engine really, really fast. Because right now we're only on a 7% speed increase, and we're gonna want to start going faster the closer we get to the poison lands. But you guys are all at level 4. Closing in on maxing out. We just need a couple more cards from each group. Let's go for the cryptography lab. That just makes it easier for us to level up that thing. And we've unlocked the slot for the faster cycle time, so we'll throw the Department of Entertainment out there. And really what we want to see now is the cryptography lab, because then we can knock that out and get these 3 card slots back. That is not what I wanted to see. You didn't listen to me, game. What I don't want to have happen is throw away this control room, but that might be the case. Oh, we don't have to though, because we can combine you two together and throw you on top of there. All right, we've pushed the problem for another day. Give me the cryptography lab. I'll never ask for anything again. Dang you, game. It's not gonna listen to me, is it? It's the one card I want and it won't get— aha! I complained enough and the game had mercy on me. All right, cryptography lab is maxed out. We won't be seeing that anymore for the rest of the run. Front room is interesting because we got it relatively early and it would generate more and more happiness over time. The only problem is we don't really have a place for it to live. I'll hold on to it for now, but that'll be the first one we throw away if we run out of space. Take another train design. It'll just, you know, speed up our path to the Ivory Tower. Actually, I'm gonna throw this thing away sooner rather than later because I want to get the train engine speed upgrade off the ground. All right, library is fully upgraded. Now the train design room should upgrade very quickly because it's the only card left. And now you'll be able to see the Ivory Tower, which is pretty cool. Oops. Oh, don't forget to lay out your path. That's the other thing that could go wrong, is you end up launching yourself back into the path of the blizzard and die that way. All right, cool. We've maxed out all of our blue towers here, and the control room is next in line. I think we're gonna go ahead and yeet the front room, and here's the Ivory Tower. Fantastic news. We don't have any of these things. I guess I'll just take you and recycle you. If you're playing as Mrs. Choi, you can get a little more creative with which cars you have lying around, because they generate happiness at a better rate. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and replace the printing house. Don't sell the printing house. You just want to keep this level 5 card around in your inventory. What that does is it prevents any more printing house cards from showing up. I don't think the Academy will give you any printing house cards, but what I have had happen is I've sold this thing, and then I've had drones spit out the printing house at me, which is not what I really wanted to see. Control room is great, because that'll be the next thing we add to the train once we've hit enough nodes. And now we're just getting and you can see how this run can kind of get out of hand very quickly, because as the Ivory Tower levels up, now it generates 30 for every visitor it has. Once we get it to level 5, it generates like 180, and now we're at 60, or maybe it's 120. It's a crazy amount of happiness. Either way, we'll take the archive and just immediately sell it. We should be able to add the— yeah, we should be able to add the control room before we even reach the lead door or whatever it's called. It'd be cool if we could get it to level 3 before we even throw it out there, but we want to maintain this cycle time. It's very important to keep that going. It might be tempting to be like, we have crazy amounts of happiness. Don't do it. You can do it and you can still win that way, but it makes it a lot less close, or a lot more close than it should be with, there we go, with this strategy. So we got our level 3 control room. We're all ready to rock and roll. Go ahead and fast forward a little bit. What do we got here? Nothing we're super interested in. The orphanage works well with the media room, but we don't really have the space for it. That's where, like, Mrs. Choi's train can kind of work out for you. I think we'll just Inquisition room and then throw it away. Because you can have 2 more spaces than you would otherwise. I think I'll go ahead and put you in there as well. So you could get, like, the newspaper rooms out there and whatnot. All right, we've maxed out 1 tower. Take the gold card, sell the gold card, and then let's throw the other engine room out there. Now what we can do is we can build up a second Ivory Tower, and once we, you know, are pretty happy with how things are going, we can go ahead and like replace this Department of Entertainment with the Ivory Tower, or maybe we replace the control room with the Ivory Tower. If we're happy with the speed of the train or whatever. The propaganda room works really well with this strategy too. But it works better when you have Mrs. Choi's train, just because you have the extra spaces for cars. And now we've reached a level 30 happiness car. I think I want to sit on... I want to sit on this control room until maybe we hit the next level of upgrade. We'll kind of... let's see if we can pay attention to how fast this is upgrading over here. Another platinum room. I think I would have been pretty tempted by the front room when we first saw it if I was running a train with Mrs. Choi as the conductor, just because it would have gone much faster, or it would have had much more space to be able to generate the happiness necessary. If I was doing this optimally, I think I would have gone for this middle row and then down and then straight over. Coming down here and then back up is a little more movement than you need overall, but it's fine. We'll make it work. Take the front room again. And that's the other thing that I was thinking about, is we've had so many options to get the front room, we probably would have gotten it to like a level 3 or more by now. Oh, we're at level 7. Okay, so we should probably... yeah, we're at 81 speed. Let's go ahead and replace... let's go ahead and replace the control room with the next Ivory Tower. And then once this one hits level 5, like, there should be nothing that can stop us. Another front room. Yeah, we would have been like to level 4 front room, which I don't think I've ever seen. It's been kind of crazy, the front room that they've been throwing at us, which is kind of wild. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Oh, we should make sure we're not rambling off. Don't go over here to this landmark. It is a trap. It'll lead you into level 3 pollution, which is like super dangerous, and just a bad idea altogether. Ah, low-level rooms. You, how dare you? I haven't even been paying attention to the white rooms, actually. But I don't think these are any of the ones that we wanted to see anyway. Ivory Tower, and a second level 5 Ivory Tower is just absolutely crazy. Finding supplies. What did we find? Got the executive branch. I do like the executive branch on, once again, on Mrs. Choi's train. There's just a lot more you can do just with the extra 2 cars. The nice thing about the executive branch is it generates a lot of happiness as you upgrade it, and it replaces one of these, like, not as good departments. So you could get rid of the Department of Entertainment, for example, and, you know, it would just be a better optimized car. So we're sitting at 17,000 happiness as we chug our way into the promised land here. It'll be interesting to see how well we do at the end here. The highest I've ever gotten with this build specifically was 20,000 ish. And but that was with a bigger train, so we're doing pretty well. It seems like we're slowly ticking upwards with the 2 Ivory Towers here. What we might want to consider doing, and it might not really matter as we get like down into the end of the game here, but we might want to consider replacing one of our other blue towers here, because we're generating the cards necessary to make these like level 5 Ivory Towers. But once you get to like a level 4 Ivory Tower, that can generate... oh, actually, we should just drop it into the train right now, because we just unlocked another train car. Yeah, we would have been to like a level 4 front room at least by now, which is wild. We're almost done here. I want to see if I can get... I don't think we'll have enough cycles to make a third level 5 Ivory Tower, but the idea is wild to me. That we've been able to generate this many cards, and we've got one stop to go. We're down to the command center is one I also really like on Mrs. Choi's train, just because you have more space. I just really like the intelligence agency or whatever, the caboose thing that it adds to the train. All right, we ended with 17,841. So that's my broken build to beat Frostrain pretty handily. A little dependent on when you can get your hands on that engine card to get you the diversified set of 4, but it's pretty foolproof. Even if you get the engine card late. Don't upgrade your engine speed super early, and then kind of do it halfway through the ocean, and you should be able to power through poison no problem. So that's Frostrain. I had a great time with it. If you guys should check it out. It's a free game. Like, there's nothing to lose. If you're like, that looks fun, I'd like to try mess around with some other builds, definitely do that. Leave your favorite build in the comments. I'd love to see what other people did in this game. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if the developers will come back to it. They said it was kind of a project thing. Some of them are still in school, but I think they did a great job. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on any future projects they may or may not do. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more videos on my channel, other things that I play, I think we'll go back to Baldur's Gate after this. I think I was just kind of taking a little break from that to play something new. But we'll get back into that. You should subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!